huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out. They're crazy.
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to the party.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't really saying anything is because they participated.
And 50 Cent sells Diddy doc to Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen.
50 Cent is about to blow the lid off this entire Diddy scandal. Go. So grab your wigs and hold on tight. Word on the street is that 50 is currently working on a Netflix documentary that's set to expose all of Diddy's alleged misconduct. We're not talking about petty drama, we're talking major bombshells, honey. But before we get into all that, let's talk about the recent footage where Diddy was seen crying uncontrollably. Now ask yourself, what could have him that shaken? Maybe it's the fear of what's about to come out. The timing is just too suspicious. This isn't your typical celebrity feud. This is the kind of drama that could wreck someone's career, tarnish a lifelong reputation, and dismantle a legacy. Even with Diddy's decades-long influence in hip-hop, this documentary has the power to flip the entire game. He could be dethroned, and we're all front row for the fallout.
There's so many videos on Diddy, that are resurfacing, but an actual documentary. And I don't know if there's going to be like something with 50 Cent voice narrating. I don't know, but it's going to be bad. I would advise everybody to tune in who really don't really understand and what, how far back this goes with Diddy. From when people were speaking out earlier on him. I know it's going to have stuff on Tupac, Biggie, all that. But we're going to check this video out here, man. 50 Cent be trolling, but this is the ultimate right here. Top tier. Let's jump right into it.
Days after a damning surveillance video showed Diddy abusing his ex, a documentary is closer to becoming a reality.
Now let's bring in TMC's Michael Babcock. Good morning to you, Michael.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing all right. So tell us what's going on with this. We understand rapper 50 Cent has been shopping this around.
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of people thought that 50 was just trolling, and if anyone follows 50 on Twitter or Instagram, he's no stranger to that. He definitely, engages in trolling and makes a lot of jokes. So when he had, repeatedly taken shot after shot after shot at Diddy and then said, hey, I'm working on a documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie and TV studio, and he's made a bunch of really successful projects under that banner. They were actually selling it around to different streaming organizations, including Netflix. Netflix ultimately had the most money, placed the winning bid, and at some point here in the future, we don't know exactly when, but this is actually going to be something that airs on Netflix.
And think about this. Everything hasn't even came out yet. So I'm just wondering, they're probably going to wait to see if I'm guessing to wait to see if he goes to jail or what, because I feel like they need more not more evidence, but just with the whole raid and stuff. I'm just wondering what else is going to come out that they're going to add to that. Yeah, there's no way this dude is coming back from this. 50 Cent.
Many people may not know, the two of them have had beef for decades. 50 Cent has kept his foot on Diddy's neck for decades.
Foot on his neck.
Absolutely. Like they once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down. Diddy really, is not in a position right now to fire back at 50 Cent. So he's taken a lot of abuse, and I don't know that anyone feels sorry for P. Diddy right now. To be honest.
I don't think so either. And it's certainly not going to end anytime soon.
You're right about that. Man, that's probably going to be one of the most watched, because I'm just thinking about all the information that they're going to gather And how many people are going to be tied into this? How many people right now are kind of just like, oh no, like, cause 50 be getting on everybody when he be trolling. So it's like, I know a lot of people are probably just shaking in their boots right now. I just think that when Diddy approached 50 with the stuff that he says, like, I want to take you shopping and all that, 50 was like, wait, hold on. So, and some guys he probably took shopping before, and they at the beginning they probably thought it was Diddy doing something nice until they got like a knock at the door or something like that, and Diddy, I'm here to collect. So my whole thing is like, once this come out, if it goes through and falls through, it's gonna be bad. Like whatever we seen so far, all the stuff you want to gather, whatever we seen, it's probably gonna be a million times worse.
Now you might be thinking, this is just another rap beef, but trust me, it goes way deeper than that. What if I told you 50 Cent and Diddy were once actually friends? That's right, these two weren't always enemies. They shared history. In fact, they even collaborated on a few tracks. One of their biggest moments was the I Get Money, Forbes 123 remix, which the hip-hop world ate up. But as time went on, things started to shift. Fast forward to today, and 50 Cent has been throwing shade harder than a palm tree in Miami. His social media has been filled with post after post aimed at Diddy, and they are far from friendly. It's like 50 has a whole kettle of boiling tea, and is just letting us inhale the steam for now. But honey, here's where it gets juicy. 50 has been dropping subtle hints and coded messages that suggest something much deeper is coming.
Diddy doing funny things. Like, there's the whole, where 50 Cent tells the story about how Diddy offered to take him shopping.
Right.
And there's also the time where he made Fabulous real uncomfortable while Diddy was calling some other dude daddy and telling Fabulous, like, yo, why don't you party with me? And, trying to get Fabulous to party with him, What do you think about these like little looks into the past about how Diddy was acting?
I see a lot of I would call epics, these little commercials, these little cartoon things. South Park, that popped up with the devil talking about, I don't want to do it if Diddy did it. Did you ever see that on South Park?
I haven't seen that one yet. No.
Yeah, 50 ended up posting it, but I'm a South Park fan, so I already knew about that one. You know what I'm saying? So that was on. Was that on South Park? Yeah, that was on South. Yeah, it's South Park. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm a South Park fan, so I'm looking at that. So, and I say that this guy could have went down in history as one of the greatest producers that put together some of the greatest music in the 90s and having arguably one of the top greatest rappers in hip hop in his camp. For the people to make him the laughing stock of hip hop, the laughing stock of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, is one of the greatest tragedies of our time. It's crazy what he has become to the media.
Can you separate his music from his personal life?
You know the man through his music. So you can't separate his personal life from the music.
Why do you think he was offering to take 50 Cent shopping?
I can't really offer that, bro. I can't really answer that. I don't know why, but just on some sucker shit, probably. You know what I'm saying? Trying to play 50. You know 50. Come on, bro. 50 was rich at the time. 50 used to do music for him. Why he never asked him then when he was doing music for him? You understand? Just talking shit, want to have something to say. Knowing 50 hot.
Now you're probably wondering, why is 50 coming for Diddy so hard, and after all these years? That, my friend, is the million-dollar question. Some say it's about money. Others claim it's about old grudges that were never settled. But whatever the root cause, it's crystal clear that 50 is not playing around. This isn't just about two rappers throwing petty jabs online. This is about power, control, and possibly some very dark secrets that have been hidden away for decades. Let's not forget, 50 Cent has a reputation for being absolutely ruthless when it comes to his enemies, and now it seems he has Diddy locked in his sights. The hip-hop world is on edge, waiting to see what 50 will unveil in this upcoming documentary. Could it be powerful enough to take Diddy down completely?
Just like New York, just like Mount Vernon, New York City, Mount Vernon, and Miami, all that is the same, bro. Nobody wants to be near him. Nobody wants to touch what he touched, be where he at. You understand? It's crazy, bro, how his fall from grace, which was never uh, from grace, it's just like the devil just kicked him out of hell. Because he was never in nothing graceful and did anything graceful. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you say about, okay, he did the music, he had the bad boy legacy and everything like that, man. But, you know, a few albums, a few people, you know, made to be famous, but they not here to tell their story. Black Rob, Biggie, Craig Mack. They not here to tell their story, bro. And now you got everybody telling his story.
Yeah, and I know 50, he did a recent interview with US Weekly saying that the reason why rappers are quiet about, Diddy's situation is because they've been to his parties and they don't know what got caught on tape.
Bruh, those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house. That's a big house. But he had 250 tape recorders in that house that they took, that the feds found. So now with them finding all that and you being at a Diddy party, you know you may have done something that was caught on one of those tapes. You just better pray to God that they don't recognize you. Those people who know that they did something, no, they're not going to speak out. They're not going to say nothing. What part of the game is that? They are not going to come forward and tell on themselves. Nah, not at all. Ice Cube, he said it himself, bro. He said that Diddy's been targeted because of what he said about those folks and those people. Now, the people who was on those tapes may feel like Diddy might be targeting them. Because if he's asked about who is this, who is that, and he's under oath with the federal government, he got to tell them. He's not going to plead the fifth.
Yeah, I know that got to be a terrible feeling, man. You know you did something wrong at Diddy party, and you hoping and praying that it's not caught on tape.
But they don't think they did nothing wrong. That's their lifestyle. That's their lifestyle, bro. I ask guys all the time, if two men lay down, how many homos get up? What you mean? I mean what I mean. It's what it is.
Girl, let me spill it. This tea is piping hot, hotter than a summer afternoon in Atlanta. And here's the real gag. We've heard rumors about Diddy before, but this time it feels different. 50 Cent isn't bluffing. He's got that look in his eyes, the one he gets when he's about to drop something so major, the entire industry might need to brace itself. And no, we're not just talking about a few shady contracts or some behind-the-scenes business drama.
A damning surveillance video showed Diddy abusing his ex. A documentary is closer to becoming a reality.
Now let's bring in TMC's Michael Babcock. Good morning to you, Michael.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing all right. So tell us what's going on with this. We understand rapper 50 Cent has been shopping this around.
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of people thought that 50 was just trolling, and if anyone follows 50 on Twitter or Instagram, he's no stranger to that. He definitely, engages in trolling and makes a lot of jokes. So when he had, repeatedly taken shot after shot after shot at Diddy and then said, hey, I'm working on a documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie and TV studio, and he's made a bunch of really successful projects under that banner. They were actually selling it around to different streaming, organizations, including Netflix. Netflix ultimately had the most money, placed the winning bid, and at some point here in the future, we don't know exactly when, but this is actually going to be something that airs on Netflix.
So many people may not know. I mean, the two of them have had beef for decades. 50 Cent has kept his foot on Diddy's neck for decades.
Absolutely. Look, they once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down. Diddy really, is not in a position right now to fire back at 50 Cent. So, yeah, he's taken a lot of abuse, and I don't know that anyone feels sorry for P. Diddy right now.
This is next-level stuff, the kind of drama that could redefine the entire music industry. What if 50 Cent's documentary is just the tip of the iceberg? The streets are buzzing with whispers, lawsuits, business betrayals, and some seriously shady backdoor dealings. The question now is Diddy's empire built on quicksand? And if it all comes crashing down, who else might fall with him? They say there's no smoke without fire, and smoke has been following Diddy for years. Remember all the quiet murmurs about how he treats his artists? The whispers about financial exploitation? The rumors about where all the money really goes? It's been a long time coming. And now, with 50 Cent leading the charge, it seems like the truth is finally bubbling to the surface.
They knew that was going to happen. You understand? It's no way based on the evidence that the prosecutor presented that the judge was going to allow him to be bonded out on the first get-go. Now, if he comes up with some more hearings, he might be released. But based on the evidence, they've been following him, bro. They've been tapping his phone, been having people watch him. You understand? He been coming back and forth from New York, and he don't usually be coming back to New York. And somebody was telling me that, listen here, he trying to get witnesses. Remember when they released that first thing of Cassie, and I said that Diddy was trying to contact people for character witnesses, people for who he had problems with before or whatever like that, and trying to talk to them in the whole 9 yards. That's when they dropped that thing with Cassie. The Homeland Security had some agency or whatever like that that deals with that, dropped that thing on Cassie to show everybody, oh, y'all want to help him? Y'all, this is what y'all want to help? This is who y'all want to, say that he ain't never did nothing. This is what you want to put your brand on? And everybody started backing up from him. Everybody was talking about, man, Cassie was a gold digger. Cassie was this, that, and the third. She loved it in the whole 9 yards. And then when they seen that, all his friends or so-called friends, went away. So him not having a bond is not surprising.
Yeah, and he offered him $50 million, and they still denied his bond.
He should have waited to see what they was going to offer. Because if he got $50 million to get him and offer that, then they think like, yo, that's too little of a money.
And you right about Diddy phone being tough, because news came out that his former bandmate from Dirty Money, she called the other group member Dunn 58 times trying to get her to stop the lawsuit against Diddy.
She ain't the only one he was trying to get in contact with. You understand? He sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough. Oh, okay. You tell Big Mama that enough is enough. You can't tell Wolf Mama enough is enough. You tell D Ferg Mama enough is enough. You understand? You tell all those people who supported you and they survivors, enough is enough.